One mistake that I told myself when I was in my 20s is I have time. And the reality of that is I don't have time. And now is the perfect time for me to work my ass off. I believe that now that I'm in my 20s that I need to have a sense of urgency because real life is waiting for me and it's just around the corner. And I know that I need to put myself in that constant state of urgency because the world doesn't respect 20-year-olds unless you're famous, you have a lot of money, a lot of influence, or you're a professional athlete. Just because you're not in those categories of fame or high performance or modeling or acting doesn't mean that you're not as capable as them to achieve what you want to achieve. And that also doesn't make you less capable than anybody that's older than you. So what did I struggle with in my 20s and the solution to all those struggles? I struggled with a lot of confusion and misdirection. When I finished high school, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had goals and dreams and aspirations. I had no guidance. I didn't really understand what it took for me to get to where I want to be. I was very ignorant. I didn't know a lot of things, but I thought that I knew more than I knew. I struggled with my mental health and my mindset. So the first solution to confusion and misdirection is sitting down and understanding what I want in my life. If I want to get married or not, what career I want, how much money I want, what car I want to drive, where I want to live. Writing down all those things and making a plan on how to get there. That throws confusion and misdirection out the window. Now you're the driver of your vehicle. You're not letting the world or people around you determine what you want for your life. And me personally, I hate when people make decisions for me or say things for me. The next struggle is ignorance. And the solution to this is being humble enough to understand that I did not know it all. As soon as I told myself that I actually have more to learn, that's when I really started to grow and not get stuck in my old habits and my old ways. And my next struggle was mental health. And I know this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people because a lot of us have lost people to mental health. And with the pandemic in 2020, a lot of young adults' mental health declined a lot. And I believe that the reason for this is because we were still trying to understand ourselves. What I found was the best solution for me in terms of my mental health was learning about emotions first of all. So finding books about emotional control and also how to express your emotions in a healthy way. There are certain times for you to express those emotions. Find some strong men around you. You can express those emotions to them. You can cry, you can complain, you can do everything that you need to do to get that emotion out in the most healthy way possible so it doesn't leak into other areas of your life. And lastly, my mindset. And this is the most important aspect of being a human being. And the best way for you to work on your mindset is to get into self-improvement. There is no other way except for self-improvement to improve your mindset. And what does this look like? It looks like reading books about habits, listening to podcasts, getting yourself out there, introducing yourself to new people, networking, having an open mind, and not taking everything personally. Your 20s is the perfect time for you to do whatever you want. Me personally, I don't want to work for anybody. This narrative the society has is supposed to finish high school, then you go to university, and then you get a job, and then you just work then and you retire when you're like 60. That, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do that to myself. I love myself too much for me to do that to myself. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't like the concept of trading my time for money. At the moment, that's the only thing that I can do, but eventually I am not going to do that because that's not the best way for you to earn money. I don't want to retire when I'm old. What's the point of retiring when you're old? I don't want to travel in the world or have new experiences, meet new people when I'm 60. That doesn't make sense. I don't want to wait weekly and fortnightly for a paycheck. If you're like me and you know that there's more out there in the world than what I just named, I suggest that you focus on self-improvement and adding value to the world by focusing on other people's needs. The mindset shift that I recently had that changed everything for me, the reality of time being deathly scarce and money as richly abundant. And in order for me to be wealthy, I must treat my time the way that I treat my money. Don't rest in the middle, rest at the end.